The Ghanaian coast, kissed by the Atlantic's waves, holds a fortress of profound historical significance, Cape Coast Castle. Built by European powers, this imposing structure witnessed centuries of trade, colonization, and a dark chapter in human history, the transatlantic slave trade. Cape Coast Castle stands not only as a testament to a painful past, but also as a beacon of resilience and a symbol of hope for the future. It is a place where the echoes of sorrow mingle with the quiet strength of survival, whispering stories that demand to be heard. The story of Cape Coast Castle begins in the 15th century with the arrival of Portuguese traders on the Gold Coast, a region so named for its abundant gold resources. The Portuguese, driven by the allure of wealth and the promise of new trade routes, ventured into these uncharted territories with a sense of adventure and ambition. Their ships, laden with goods and dreams, anchored along the African coast, marking the beginning of a new era in global trade. In 1482, the Portuguese established a small trading post, a humble beginning that would eventually grow into something far more significant. This trading post was initially focused on the exchange of gold and other valuable commodities, such as ivory and spices, which were highly sought after in Europe. The local African leaders, recognizing the potential for mutual benefit, engaged in trade with the Europeans, exchanging their rich resources for goods like textiles, beads, and metal tools. Over the next century, the trading post changed hands between various European powers, each eager to capitalize on the lucrative trade opportunities. The Portuguese were soon followed by the Swedes, who saw the potential for expanding their own trade networks. The Dutch, with their powerful maritime fleet, also took control for a period, further developing the post and increasing its strategic importance. Each transition reflected the shifting tides of colonial ambition and the fierce competition among European nations for dominance in the region. The Swedes, the Dutch, and finally the British all laid claim to the castle, each leaving their mark on its structure and history. The British, in particular, saw the strategic value of the location and invested heavily in its expansion and fortification. They transformed the modest trading post into a formidable stronghold, complete with thick walls, cannons, and barracks. This period of transformation was not just about physical changes, it also marked a shift in the castle's role in global trade and politics. The castle's transformation from a modest trading post into a formidable stronghold was a testament to the ambitions of the European powers. It would go on to play a pivotal role in the transatlantic slave trade, becoming a site of immense human suffering and a dark chapter in history. The fortifications that once symbolized power and control now stand as a reminder of the complex and often tragic history of colonialism and the global trade networks that shaped the modern world. By the 17th century, the insatiable demand for labor on plantations in the Americas transformed Cape Coast Castle into a major slave trading post. This fortress, originally built for trade in gold and other goods, became a dark symbol of human suffering. The castle's strategic location on the coast made it an ideal point for the collection and shipment of enslaved Africans, forever altering the lives of countless individuals. Men, women, and children, captured from their homes across West Africa, were imprisoned within the castle's dungeons, enduring unimaginable cruelty. These captives were often shackled together, forced to live in squalid conditions with little food or water. The dungeons were overcrowded and disease was rampant, claiming many lives even before the captives could be sold and shipped across the Atlantic. The cries of the imprisoned echoed through the stone walls, a constant reminder of their stolen freedom and the harsh reality of their fate. The horrors of the transatlantic slave trade are etched into the very walls of Cape Coast Castle. These walls have witnessed the anguish and despair of those who were torn from their families and homelands. The castle stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of such overwhelming adversity. Each stone, each corridor, tells a story of pain, resistance, and the enduring hope for freedom. The cramped, airless dungeons, reeking of despair and death, stand as stark reminders of the inhumanity inflicted upon millions. These dark, suffocating spaces were designed to break the spirit of the captives, to strip them of their dignity and humanity. Yet within these walls there were also acts of defiance and solidarity. The captives found ways to support each other, to maintain their cultural practices, and to resist their oppressors in whatever small ways they could. The door of no return, a haunting portal through which countless souls were forced onto slave ships, serves as a chilling symbol of the trade's brutality. This door marked the final passage from the African continent for many, a point of no return that led to a life of enslavement in foreign lands. The journey through this door was the beginning of a perilous voyage across the Atlantic, known as the Middle Passage, where many would perish due to the horrific conditions on the ships. Today, the door of no return stands as a powerful reminder of the resilience of those who endured such unimaginable suffering and the enduring impact of the transatlantic slave trade on generations to come. Despite the horrors they faced, the spirits of the enslaved Africans never truly broke. Within the confines of the castle, stories of resistance, both big and small, were whispered from cell to cell. Acts of defiance, though often met with brutal punishment, demonstrated the unyielding human spirit. These whispers of resilience echo through time, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable suffering, hope can endure. The enslaved Africans found strength in their shared humanity, clinging to their cultural traditions and beliefs as a source of solace and resistance. Section 5. Beyond the Dungeons. Stories of Survival. The legacy of Cape Coast Castle extends far beyond its somber dungeons. It's a place where stories of survival and resilience continue to inspire. Many who passed through its gates survived the horrors of the Middle Passage, carrying with them their traditions, their memories, and their indomitable spirit. Their descendants, scattered across the Americas and the Caribbean, represent a living testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. They have overcome adversity, built new lives, and preserved their cultural heritage, ensuring that the stories of their ancestors are never forgotten. Section 6. Remembering to Rebuild. Today, Cape Coast Castle stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and a stark reminder of a dark chapter in human history. It has become a place of pilgrimage for those seeking to understand the horrors of slavery and honor the memory of those who suffered within its walls. Visitors from around the world come to walk through its corridors, to feel the weight of history and to pay their respects. It is a site of both immense sorrow and profound reflection. The walls of Cape Coast Castle echo with the stories of countless individuals who endured unimaginable suffering. Their stories are a powerful reminder of the human capacity for both cruelty and endurance. By confronting the difficult truths of the past, we learn valuable lessons about the dangers of prejudice, the importance of equality, and the need for compassion. The exhibits within the castle provide a detailed account of the transatlantic slave trade, offering insights into the lives of those who were forcibly taken from their homes. These lessons are not just historical footnotes, they are essential teachings that resonate with the present and future. The enduring power of the human spirit is evident in the stories of survival and resistance that are highlighted throughout the castle. Cape Coast Castle reminds us that we must never forget the past. The memorial plaques and tributes laid by visitors serve as a poignant reminder of the lives lost and the enduring impact of their legacy. But rather than being paralyzed by the weight of history, we are encouraged to learn from it to build a better future. The diverse groups of individuals who visit the castle reflect a shared commitment to understanding and reconciliation. Through education and remembrance, we can work towards a world where such atrocities are never repeated. As the sun sets over Cape Coast Castle, it casts a golden light on the walls that have witnessed so much. This serene and reflective atmosphere invites us to pause and consider our role in shaping a more just and equitable world. Remembering to rebuild is not just about honoring the past, but also about committing to a future where dignity and respect for all are paramount. Section 7. From Oppression to Opportunity. Cape Coast Castle, once a symbol of oppression, has been reclaimed as a place of education and empowerment. It now houses a museum, showcasing the history of the castle and the transatlantic slave trade. Educational programs and tours help visitors understand the complex history of the castle and its significance in the global story of slavery. By engaging with this difficult past, we can foster greater understanding, empathy, and a commitment to social justice. Section 8. A beacon of hope, a promise of progress. Cape Coast Castle stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can endure. The castle's transformation from a place of unimaginable suffering to a site of remembrance, education, and reconciliation offers a powerful message of hope for the future. It reminds us that we have the power to overcome adversity, to learn from the mistakes of the past, and to build a more just and equitable world for all. Section 9, Cape Coast Castle, a testament to the human spirit. Cape Coast Castle is more than just a historical landmark, it is a symbol of our collective humanity. It is a place where the weight of history intersects with the promise of a brighter future. By remembering the past, honoring the resilience of those who endured unimaginable suffering, and committing ourselves to building a better future, we ensure that the lessons learned at Cape Coast Castle will continue to